How's it going, internet dudes? I'm Walter Benaziac, and this is Top 5. Last week we took a look at his best, and this week, guys, I don't even want to do this one. I love this guy, man, but only one actor has been exempt from having a worst episode, so to keep with tradition, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm sorry, Keanu. I am in heavy disagreement with these people, but there are some who would say that Keanu Reeves has a decently sized back catalog of bad performances.
Personally, I don't find most of these terrible. Keanu's proved that he has great range as an actor, and when he's on, he's amazing. I also think that not every role he's been cast in has fit his unique personality and charisma. From his younger days in Dangerous Liaisons to more recent films like Knock Knock, there are roles that many critics and fans alike just do not enjoy Keanu in. Which of these misfires are the most obvious, though?
These are the top 5 worst Keanu Reeves performances. I love you, Keanu.
Number 5. Heaver in Youngblood.
I'd like to think of this movie as Bodie in Utah the younger years.
Dean Youngblood is the 17-year-old son of a farmer who is invited to try out for a Canadian junior hockey team. He makes the team, but finds out playing hockey in Hamilton isn't exactly what he expected. As the season rolls on, he and his teammates try to win the Memorial Cup and get noticed by NHL scouts.
Alright, we're gonna watch all of Keanu's lines in this movie right here, right now. You ready? Here we go.
She do it to me last year, man. Oh, that man is fucking an animal.
Check it out once again for the second time!
And that's about all his screen time. Keanu is Canadian and was a goalie in high school and college. Apparently, he was helping some of the actors learn the game on set. His French-Canadian accent is a little strange, but I mean, he's barely in this. I originally had Tune In Tomorrow in this spot, but after watching his performance in that again, I decided to go with Youngblood. I mean, I needed a number 5, and I just don't think he's awful in most things. The rest of the movie is a little weird with shaving balls and general 80s sexualization, but it's not a bad sports movie. Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze are pretty darn good in it.
So, moving on.
Number 4. Don John in Much Ado About Nothing.
When your older brother is Denzel Washington, it's not easy to look great in comparison.
Hero, the young daughter of the Messenian governor, and Claudio, an Aragonese count, are to be wed. However, the night before their wedding, an elaborate ruse leads Claudio and his prince, Don Pedro, to believe that Hero has been unfaithful. This was set up by Don Pedro's jealous half-brother, Don John. Confusion, hurt feelings, and painful accusations that ensue.
So Shakespeare and Keanu Reeves. Audiences probably didn't see this one coming at the time.
Although, Keanu did do a lot of Shakespeare as a young actor before appearing in films. He even starred as Hamlet in a big stage play the year after Speed was released. While I'll say it is a little out of place to see him in Much Ado About Nothing, he's not in it a ton, and when he's on screen, he's not that bad as the villainous Don John.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace.
The lady is disloyal.
The movie is pretty decent though. I'm not at all a Shakespeare guy myself, but the cast is entertaining and I love Michael Keaton in this movie.
I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
Top 5 Michael Keaton? You want to see it? Let me know in the comments.
Number 3. Johnny in Johnny Mnemonic.
This movie is super weird, but actually has some worthwhile parts in it.
Johnny is a mnemonic courier who gets important information transferred into his head through an implant. He tries to leave the profession, but is convinced to do one more job. It turns out to be way more than he bargained for, as the amount of information put in his head goes past his capacity limit. Now, if Johnny doesn't get rid of the information soon, it will start to bleed into his brain and kill him.
I'll admit, I kinda like this movie for some of the concepts and how ridiculous it got.
Keanu is not consistently bad here, but there are a few questionable lines.
How about it, Ralphie? You said you'd lock down a date for the procedure.
Well, you got parents and stuff?
You got parents and stuff?
I want room service!
Watching this movie is worth it for Dolph Lundgren alone. He's so... well, just look.
Hold, sinners! The cure is mine!
Jesus time.
Watch Johnny Mnemonic. It's a good time.
Number 2. Klaatu in The Day the Earth Stood Still.
This one was pretty much doomed from the beginning.
In this remake of the 1951 classic, an alien named Klaatu arrives on Earth to save it from humans. After trying and failing to speak with world leaders, Klaatu befriends a scientist and her stepson who do all they can to convince him to stop the destruction. While this is happening, they're all on the run from the government because the scientist helped Klaatu escape from a holding facility.
For a while after the first Matrix came out, Keanu was known for this sort of lifeless performance.
It's more frustrating than anything else. We know Keanu is super entertaining. We know he's a very unique star that we want to see be entertaining. Having him do this kind of performance is a waste of his talents.
Are you human?
My body is.
I know that he's an alien, a very stoic, grim alien, but they could have let him add some personality to it. Michael Rennie was charismatic and even likable as Klaatu in the 50s version. I know they wanted to take another angle on it, but you have one of the most charismatic actors in the world at your disposal, and this is how you use him?
There's another side to you. Close. But no.
I like nothing about this movie. Do yourself a favor and watch the original from 1951.
Klaatu, Barada, Nikto.
And the number one worst Keanu Reeves performance is Jonathan Harker in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I know, kind of obvious.
Jonathan Harker is a young solicitor who is sent to Transylvania and the castle of Count Dracula to finalize a land deal. However, when Dracula sees a picture of Jonathan's fiancée, Mina, who looks exactly like his wife from 400 years earlier, he keeps Harker at his castle and travels to London to find her and make her his bride.
The movie is a mixed bag for sure, but Keanu just doesn't fit.
I really respect how far director Francis Ford Coppola went to make this movie look like it did. There are some breathtaking shots, effects, and sequences in this film, and everything was done in camera with a lot of old silent film era tricks. There's a lot about it I like. Gary Oldman is amazing. Anthony Hopkins is great, and I even like Winona Ryder. But the one thing that sticks out... Keanu's London accent is widely known as one of the worst accents in movie history, and yeah, it's not good.
Bloody wolves chasing me through some blue inferno. I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there. To Carfax Abbey.
But does this make him a bad actor overall? Hell no! Lay off, haters! His career is filled with great movies and performances. This just wasn't one of them. For more content over on my personal channel, a John Wick vs. Taken video is up. Which is the better older guy revenge flick? Find out.
You know, I feel really bad about doing this list. I love Keanu Reeves. How can I make it up to him?
Hitting the waves because I'm learning to surf. Yeah, I'm learning to surf in the ocean. Fall off my board because I'm learning to surf. Yeah, I'm learning to surf and it's hurting. My friend's driving bass and I'm hanging with sways and I'm catching some waves and I'm lying because I'm trying to learn how to surf. And my friends are all rad, but they're thieves and that's bad, it's a curse. I'm undercover, I'm treading water, Gary Busey's my partner, terrifying. Johnny Utah, throwing some balls, waxing my board while I'm spying. Looking in the sky, wondering why, firing bullets and crying. Because I'm trying to learn how to surf. Then I work as a cop, but my mom is a nurse, it's the worst.
Dude, I told you we should have hit him harder.
Chill out, I am a duplicate. We still got the babes.
That's sick! It's ill. Sick.
Whoa!
That's sick!
Dude, you are not helping our gimmick here.
Seriously.
Most heinous! Catch you later, Team Top 5!
How long was I out?
A couple minutes.
I think I was dreaming.
About what?
Hitting the waves because I'm learning to surf. Yeah, I'm learning to surf in the ocean. Fall off my board because I'm learning to surf. Yeah, I'm learning to surf and it's hurting. My friend's robbing banks and I'm hanging with sway.